Design39Campus, the future is a place we create. Why Design39Campus? I was recently at my mother-in-law's house, and now is a rental, and we're taking up the carpet. Underneath the carpet was this linoleum that you see there, and underneath that linoleum was some tar paper, and underneath that tar paper was a newspaper. It was in amazing condition for a paper that was distributed on May 16th, 1949. Take a look at the headline in the newspaper. Substandard education in U.S. is held common. Been doing a lot of research, and most recently with you in some parent community forums. To change the headline, we asked you, what do you want us to be known for? You shared critical thinkers, next generation of leaders. In a non-traditional setting where students are challenged to be innovative and creative with their spirit of curiosity, where they're global thinkers, independent, and responsible. You shared that you want our students to be human-centered, that they're collaborative, have empathy, and are balanced. So when asked, who is Design39Campus? We are life-ready thought leaders who elevate humanity. Life-ready students are self-aware, balanced, positive, innovative, literate, and have an emotional intelligence. They're thought leaders because they have creative confidence. They have an interdisciplinary approach to their thinking. They're curious, and they have contextual intelligence. And they elevate humanity because they're empathetic, they're globally connected, holistic, and they have an inspired intelligence. So why, after 70 years, headlines still read, substandard education in the U.S. is held common? It's because the paradigm, the world in which we see education, has not changed, where adult is funnel, where students are a receptacle of knowledge only to give that knowledge back to the adult. Any attempt to adapt this paradigm results solely in reform. A revolution is required for our students' future that can only come from a shift in a paradigm. It's important to understand what paradigm we're operating from because we'll get different answers to the same question. For instance, what's the purpose of school? High school readiness or college and career readiness. What's the purpose of school here is for life readiness. Very same question, very different answers. In a teacher-centered paradigm, students are schooled. In a learner-centered paradigm, teachers are a hub to provide multiple pathways through feedback and interaction. So it's no longer what do you want to be when you grow up, it's what problems do you want to solve. Paradigm A asks, why core knowledge matters? Paradigm B asks, why unity of knowledge matters? Paradigm A teaches subjects. Paradigm B promotes thought leadership. Paradigm A requires prep so students can be graded on material that has been memorized because they need to be schooled. Paradigm B requires prep to give authentic feedback so that students can have a culture of reflection, so there's an inspired opportunity to be curious about things and their interactions with the world. Paradigm A gives grades for motivation. Paradigm B gives feedback to build a culture of reflection. It's important in a learner-centered paradigm to promote our students' thought leadership that we don't fall in the trap that growth guides are good and grades are bad. Let's focus for a moment on reporting in a learner-centered paradigm. For instance, A, B, C, or a happy face, unhappy face, or a 1 through 4 rubricing. They're all important components of a reporting system, even in learner-centered. So it's not necessarily the ABCD or happy face, smiley face. It's that there is a reference point that we understand about. So let me describe that further. I recently took my son to the doctor, and he had a growth chart. It looks something like this. And previously my son was there on the chart, and then here. It's just simply a reporting feature that gives a reference point in terms of my son's growth. In a teacher-centric model, we get hung up on reporting. What we need to be featuring is feedback, reflection, and reporting. Those three components equate to a wonderful model for learner-centered. I'd like to speak about one more hot topic. It's called personalization. In Paradigm A, personalization doesn't make sense because students get the same. In Paradigm B, where students are becoming life ready, personalization makes a lot of sense because you need to get them what they need. Education is going to need to figure out personalization, otherwise we'll become brilliantly irrelevant. Let me explain. For instance, you're calling a taxi driver. You're not quite sure when it's going to come to you. You just know sometime it's going to be there. Well, a different company came along, Uber, and they figured out how to personalize this taxi service. Put it on your phone. You know exactly who's coming. You know their rating scale. You know how many people you're going to be bringing and what size of vehicle you're going to need for that. They personalized the taxi service. Here's two more that transformed the industry: Kodak and Instagram. Kodak, take your photos in, hopefully they turn out okay. Instagram, take some photos, share it with who you want, whenever you want. Flip phone and iPhone. Flip phone, one feature, make a call. iPhone, store your photos. Share the photos with who you'd like. Have the internet with you. Transformational based off of personalization. Personalization is mission critical if we're going to revolutionize education. LearnerCentered doesn't void our students of critical core competencies because it's personalizing learning for them. They must be highly literate. They must have contextual intelligence, understanding what they know, what they don't know, who they need to go to for information and knowledge, and what context are they operating inside of, that they're holistic. So all that comes from a very gifted learning experience designer. So the question is no longer why core knowledge matters. The new question is why unity of knowledge matters. Thanks to my thought-leading friends, this is called Conciliance. We know when we are on the right path when our students can answer this question: what is the relation between science and the humanities, and how is it important for human welfare? We'll never get there with a paradigm of schooling. It's going to require an interdisciplinary approach with human-centered design as the process. Human-centered design requires sophisticated integration of our 8 guiding principles, from design thinking to asking thoughtful questions, integration of technology, our students being able to communicate and collaborate, that they know that they might not have it yet, but they will get there because they connect globally and we're thinking individualistically about our students and their needs and skill sets. And we can do this because we have the creative confidence to change the world. Why Design39Campus? Because our students will be life-ready, thought leaders who will elevate humanity. The world is counting on us.